Yo, what is going on, everybody? My name is Connor. You guys, of course, can call me Superior. Today, I got a super informational video for you guys today. Breaking down some legendary weapons, breaking down some elite weapons, mixing some attachments, mixing some guns, everything like that, to build one ultimate M16 in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. So, hope you guys enjoy the video. We're literally going to break down all of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. We're going to take the game, we're going to put it inside of a blender, and we're going to turn it on. No, I didn't mean like that, but we're going to break it down, all the stats of different weapons. We're literally going to talk about numbers. A lot of you are probably going to get confused, but I want you guys to stick with me to the end. I want you to get a notepad out of your drawer and take notes on this video, because it's going to be super informational, and I guarantee by the end of it, you're going to walk away with a piece of information that you're going to use, that you're going to enjoy, and hopefully add something new to your class setup. So that's the goal for today's video. If you guys do enjoy, want to see more videos like this, hit the thumbs up button. That'd be super awesome. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Without further ado, let's break down the M16 variants, and let me tell you why the legendary M16 is actually worse than, you know, all the other M16s, and we're going to break that down. We're talking about it a little bit. So without further ado, let's get into that, boys. So right now, you're going to see a pretty confusing stat list on your screen that probably doesn't mean a lot. You know, it probably looks like something you'd see in school, so like you look at it and, you know, you don't want to look at it. It's not pretty looking, but it has a lot of useful information. We're going to talk about that. So the first stat we're going to take a look at is ADS time, and that is under the movement category. So the majority of this video is going to be comparing the M16 Warpig to the M16 Royalty or the M16 Sandman, which is, it's basically the same gun, just a little bit of range difference between the Royalty and the Elite Sandman. So we're just going to call it the Royalty just for the sake of the video. So the Warpig has a 385 millisecond time to aim down sight. What that means is from the time you're aiming to the hip to the time you're aiming down sight, it takes 385 milliseconds. And then on the Royalty, it takes 315. So that right there gives you a huge leg up. It is 70 milliseconds faster on the Royalty and the Sandman than it is on the Legendary. Now keep in mind, the Royalty and Sandman are only elite variants, so the fact that it beats out a legendary weapon in any category, I think, is kind of wrong, and I definitely disagree with that, and I don't think that should happen. So however, even the normal M16, which has a 350 millisecond ADS time, is still 100 milliseconds slower than any other assault rifle. The AK-12, you know, the BAL-27, any other assault rifle has a 250 millisecond ADS time. So I think if you're going to use an M16, definitely, please do me a favor, do yourself a favor, throw on Quick Draw. You will not regret it, and it will definitely benefit you, especially since this gun isn't made for close range whatsoever. And that's what we're going to talk about right now, is the close range, medium range, and long range damages on the weapon itself. Now, neither the Legendary or the Elites have a change in damage, so they have the, you know, the exact same damage profiles. Everything's the same on that. So you know, I'll talk about the M16 more in general than I will the individual variants for the actual damage. So the max damage at close range on every M16 is 45. Obviously, you need 100 damage to actually kill someone, so that'll be a 3-bullet kill. And that's not per burst, that's per bullet in the burst. So if you hit him at close range, you hit him with 3 bullets, you hit in every single bullet in a burst, you will get the kill at close range. Then at medium range, it drops to a 30 damage, so you're going to need a 1 burst and then 1 bullet, since it is 30, and you'd have to do like a 34 damage at medium range if you want to be able to get him with 1 burst. And then at long range, it's a 25 damage, so you need at least one, or one, you know, 2 bursts, yeah, at least, you know what I mean? So the next one is the range. Now this is where the Royalty and the Warpig actually tie. The biggest positive to the Warpig is the +1 range. Definitely, that's one of pretty much the only positive. On the Legendary gun is the +1 range. But here's the thing about the Royalty. The Royalty does have plus 10% range also. It is 2300 range as well. And so since on all the new Royalties they added to the game, they all have plus 10% range on it. So like the Elite or the Royalty MP11 Goliath they just added has plus 10% range too. Every single Royalty that was just added to the game on September 1st has an additional range bonus to it, which is super awesome. And you know, the M16 Royalty has that, but the M16 Sandman doesn't. So that's where the Royalty and the Warpig really you know, meet head to head, and then the Sandman kind of falls behind just because it isn't that Royalty variant. So The next one would be rate of fire. Now, this is the only category in which the legendary War Pig wins. It has a 420 fire rate, and then the Royalty and Sandman only have a 400. But it is a 3-round burst weapon, and I definitely don't think that a minus fire rate is as noticeable on a gun like the Steel Bite or M16 or any other burst weapon as it would be on a fully automatic weapon. Since it's already a burst weapon, you know, the rate of fire difference isn't anything, you know, too life-changing or anything like that. So as far as ammo goes, I'll have 30 bullets in each magazine, not a big deal. And then here is where the elite M16s really take a shit all over the legendary ones, and that is hip spread. The hip spread on the Royalty and Sandmans is 2.7, and then the War Pig, it is a 3. So not a huge difference, only 0.3, but you know, obviously I would rather have a smaller hip spread than a larger hip spread regardless, especially with a gun like the M16, something with an extremely low rate of fire. If you come around a corner, you know, it's got a low rate of fire, extremely slow ADS time. Close hip spread can be extremely beneficial. It can help you out a lot. You can save that time from aiming down sight. And with the high damage on this gun, shoot a hip fire at them, and that can save your life so many times, especially at close range. So as far as view kick goes, everything's the same, and multipliers all 1.1 times to the head and then 1 times to the chest, and then, you know, medium penetration on the M16. So that is what she said on the penetration. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see videos comparing the legendary guns to the elite guns on any other weapon in the game that there's a legendary variant for, definitely let me know in the comment section. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. I definitely would rather have the M16 Royalty over the War Pig, just because the Royalty's got an awesome camo on it. It looks cool. Where, you know, you can't really say the same about the War Pig, so, you know, that's kind of let down. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Click the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Definitely have a fantastic day. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.